Welcome back. Will Michael Flynn flip to protect his son? A new report from CNN suggests that the former White House National Security Advisor is worried that his son, Michael Flynn Jr., could get wrapped up into special counsel Robert Mueller's Russian investigation web. Flynn Jr. worked closely with his father during overseas trips to Moscow. Well, that's not all. Mueller may also be turning the screws on Paul Manafort in a separate case. The Justice Department now seeking to reach a plea deal in its criminal investigation of Manafort's son-in-law. Although the charges don't apply at all to Mueller's Russia probe, experts say they could be an effort to gain Manafort's cooperation. Is Mueller playing dirty, or is this actually a wise tactic? Joining me now, Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Welcome back, Judge.
Oh, it's good to be with you. These are the standard tactics of federal prosecutors today.
Is it putting the squeeze on super hard to get to the president?
Yes, it is putting the squeeze on super hard to get to the president. They don't know how far up the totem pole they're going to go. They obviously believe they have something on the president, and unwilling witnesses unwilling to deliver this something to them. So they've got to squeeze those witnesses. So you're going to squeeze General Flynn's son, who has nothing to do with the campaign whatsoever. You're going to get to the general. You're going to squeeze Paul Manafort's son-in-law, who was the beneficiary of a lot of Paul's financial dealings, but also had nothing to do with the campaign, in order to get to Manafort. And then you're going to leak to CNN the likely and probable existence of a coming indictment, which is so strong it will blow everybody away. You're not supposed to leak this stuff. Yeah. Best leakers in the world? Federal prosecutors. They know how to play the game. The purpose of the leak? To send young Flynn and General Flynn's lawyers directly to them. Okay, what do you want? What do you want? How can we settle this?
Yeah, I think what they did was they tried to pit Manafort and Gates against each other with those first indictments.
Right.
And then, perhaps that didn't work, so now they're going after Manafort.
So, just think about this. What father wouldn't do almost anything to save his son?
Well, are they going to go after Don Jr. next?
Yes. Yes. Now, that father has the power to save the son. There'll be tremendous political fallout, but he has the power. General Flynn does not have that power unless he tells Bob Mueller and company something they really want to hear in return for leaving the son alone. But think about this. This is federal prosecution. This is the use of the arm of the government to take away human liberty. And are they interested in truth? Are they interested in justice? Or are they just interested in who's going to say what about whom, so we can keep going up that totem pole until we reach the guy in the Oval Office?
Well, what I want to know is, are they gambling? Are they hoping there's something at the totem pole? Do they have empty canisters of chemical weapons and they assume they're going to find a whole stockpile of WMD? Or do they actually know something?
Well, we won't know that. And those are great questions. And it's up to lawyers for Manafort, the son-in-law, Gates, and whoever else they're going after for him, General Flynn and the boy, not a boy, the young man. It's up to those lawyers to find out what evidence is really there before they let their clients
Can those lawyers
negotiate.
Get together
Yes.
and say, let us fly the middle finger to Robert Mueller and his team? Let us not turn on ourselves and one another.
It's actually another great question. It's actually more than that. They can enter into what's called a joint defense agreement, in which they agree in writing that they will assert the same defenses, they will not turn on each other, and they will not negotiate with the prosecutor no matter what the threats or what the bribes. That's what it is. It's threats and it's bribes. But if you threaten me, the government will prosecute you. If I bribe you, the government will prosecute you, unless the person doing the threatening or the bribing is the government itself. Then it's standard operating procedure.
So, Judge,
I'm sorry to get so angry.
No, I love your passion. I love your expertise.
It drives me crazy. I lived with this when I was on the bench.
Yeah.
Talk about it almost every day. Now we see it being used against the President of the United States. Whatever you think of his politics and his personality, he's the lawful elected President of the United States. And this is going to what? Prevent him from doing his job? Dislodge him from office?
I don't know. I don't know where this ends. I have another question for you. We're running out of time, but very quickly. You and I both love transparency. We're not getting that with the Rand Paul investigation. What happened there?
I don't know what happened. The latest I have learned is that federal charges are expected. The charges bear no resemblance to the injuries. The charges I'm going to use basic terminology. Simple assault is the equivalent of a bloody nose. The injury is the equivalent of a stab to the chest.
Absolutely.
The charges
These
give
could
you
be life-threatening injuries.
Correct. The charges give you 6 months in jail maximum. Indication no jail time without a prior conviction. The injuries say you should be exposed to 10 to 15 years in jail. Indicator, go to jail, whether you have a prior conviction or not.
Yeah.
So there's a piece of the puzzle missing here.
Certainly is. There's something rotten in the state of Kentucky, Judge.
Yeah, well, they'd correct you. It's the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Well, very good.
They call themselves the state police, but the government is the Commonwealth. Go figure.
I figured nothing unless you're here by my side, Judge Napolitano.
I love you, Kennedy. Knock him dead at that dinner.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate it.